Okay, let's get into this. Get this over with. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about first, like I just remember, remember when, like I said, because I know Vince never had burden that. Honestly, probably didn't even. He just wanted to see how much he can benefit from it. But yeah, remember like back in or like 2016 or 2015, as the women's revolution got underway, and Brian, pretty much the Yes movement was still uh, very much a big momentum. Now AJ kept coming, making his debut. I mean, Roman was still trash, but I mean he was still like somewhat good. And I think the show was still together too. I guess when they were just having no, yeah, because Seth was a heel. That's when he get started. It started as a masterclass heel. But yeah, it was like I like to think of it as when it was like a bit of large fresh air. Like I really thought we was about to get something, which we did, but I just really thought it was going to go into a direction which like we weren't being like played, and we would just get like much newer stars and new classics against them, and it would just be a new era where we can just keep enjoying both shows, whether it was Raw or SmackDown. But Vince has other plans. Yeah, and I mean, and I guess if you have a problem with, I mean, I still kind of I like moments that were still there, obviously. That basically it's gonna be Drew versus Bobby, but yeah, the show was still just another usual rematch Raw. It was the same, and then it didn't really tell. I mean, it told us where Big E's going, but it didn't really tell us, you know, anything tremendous or what's changing after Extreme Rules or going into the draft this Friday. Yes, like I said, if you see me on Twitter as usual, or like many others, and what I said is like, yeah, it's the same shit we've been expecting and getting, and people act. You got fools in the rearranged fools in the wrestling community that think it's somewhat see we getting the next basically the attitude era version, or just like things are just changing and just getting much better when it's not. It's still just this. It's the same old Raw. Vince is doing what he's going to do, and that's just give us what he wants to give us, which force fed Dookie. Usual. But okay, like if you liked it, let's say if you've been liking where the WWE's been going as of late, that's okay for you. But as far as like me and many others who just like really see through, you know, for what the bullshit actually is. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I ain't gonna try to make this long. So as the show starts, basically, from last night, we're getting Big E versus Bobby Lashley. Yeah, and it was starting out, and it was obviously just a way for, as hurt business. to reform. So you can see, and you know why they did that. You know, they had no other choice but to, and I guess it's just for the for the moment, just to whether it's to keep views or you know whether it's to keep the majority of the universe smiles on their face, or yeah, whether it's the viewers or not, keep the viewers or not, where it's just a moment, just a moment that they can use, just for night right now. Like I said, like Kevin Owens or whoever or Liv Morgan, whoever they just keep throwing them out there to use it just for filler. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that was yeah, I still like it, but we see it for I'm just saying it for what it is. It's just a moment where, or it's just a move where they're just throwing it out there to throw it out there. But yeah, obviously that one, the match first for a rematch tonight, which actually really awesome. But yeah, that was obviously just that match between Biggie and Bobby Lashley was there to reform the Hurt Business, and I hope they go to SmackDown because I want to see them. Yeah, I think majority of us too feud with the Bloodline. That would scorch through the fucking rooftops. Yeah, I'd like to see that match. Can't wait. If they could, so yeah, please be drafted to SmackDown. But yeah, going into the next match, and yeah, like I said, when was talking about going over it on Twitter, pretty much his lane, pretty much Bobby. Well, I'll see us talk about that later, but yeah, uh, as we go to the next match, I didn't directly see this one, but I'm pretty sure I guess it was a good match. Y'all can probably tell me. It was kind of oh, sorry for this. But yeah, it was I guess it was I guess it was good. But yeah, I felt like the Vikings. Uh, I guess if I saw them more, because I don't really. Yeah, I guess if I saw them more, I would actually have an interest into them. Because yeah, they yeah, just like many other young talent, they haven't been on screen since I guess I don't know because I haven't seen them on screen or wherever they started being on screen. Just like Tony Storm and Naomi. They've been barely on stream. Just so many other people that have not been. Scarlet. Just a damn shame. Women in general, the women wrestlers in general, not getting any respect. Like they got all that. Just like this is like many times. This is like happened before. It's like this defense thing that he doesn't know or doesn't care for it and use his talent. Like I said, only the ones that's making him the cash. That's keeping the cash register fat is the ones out there. But as far as the young talent goes, they just sit in the back, and yeah, he just uses them when he sees, just to fill it. To keep the runtime on the show meaningful, and that's yeah, that's fucked up. But that's what you get when you're in the WWE. I'm not gonna say it is what it is because yeah, also another term that I despise because it's taught us to just basically accept what what the situation is when it's a bunch of bullshit. So yeah, So I'll just like put it into my own kind of type of reasoning. But going from that match, yeah, another yeah, Ricochet is another wrestler, and Simp Regional, Simp Regional versus Ricochet, and they got Ricochet competing for the 24/7 championship. they threw his ass into the the 24/7 debacle. Man, that's a damn shame considering if y'all see him too, pretty much y'all see him. If you're a stan of him, you know how he can. He put on throughout the year or for weeks. Whenever he's been on, or yeah, whenever he's been on Raw or SmackDown, he's been putting on matches that are just top tier. It's not. It's almost like the what the fuck is like. Why is he not you know getting more opportunities? And he's not featured or he's not much more on TV time. It just doesn't it doesn't really add up to make sense. And it's a shame he's just being used just for filler. And damn, damn. Because I like Ricochet's as far as his acrobat. Yeah, it's just like the Rey Mysterios and Jeff Hardy. Yeah, he knows how. Ricochet is one to watch. But damn, yeah, they got they got Ricochet fucking having a match against Regional for the 24/7 championship. Just damn. Uh, oh yeah, also going. Just going to the next match. Talk about the next match. Yeah, just a terrible moment, and just terrible to witness right there. They doing just Ricochet, just like the others, man. Of the young talent, just being real done dirty. The only one who's like really in the spotlight is Riddle, and I guess I know it's not probably not, but I guess he's probably, but he's kind of probably only there because of, the merch right now that he has with Randy selling merch, and that's that can be kind of fucked up when scummyish when you think about it, but yeah. I think they are one of the top selling merches for WWE, or maybe the top since Bray Wyatt is gone. I heard they still using him for merch. This really is a scummy bastard, but this isn't about that, so that's for another video too. But okay, going into I heard going into Bearcat his match, Bearcat versus Akira. I heard that he changed. Like, I heard that he changed his name, or like he has the word says some as changing his name because it's in the memory of the first black heavyweight championship ever in wrestling history. Bearcat White, right? I guess, but okay, I guess that's okay. Okay, yes, that's kind of noble, but I'm not trying to be rude, but as far as the name goes, it's kind of silly. He could they couldn't just like he could have just couldn't have just went with Keith Wright Lee. Yeah, that would have made it cool. Also, that would have been a cool noble act of light to do also for him. I think it's for another wrestler. It is pertaining which is supposed to mean, I guess, whatever he's using the name for. But I guess that's noble, so I don't make a big deal out of it, even though I don't necessarily agree with it. I'll say that, but yeah, look like it. Yeah, another the first squash match. Obviously they're building and there's too many monsters, I guess, because now you got Lee, and I haven't seen the academy. Is that what they're called? Yeah, the academy. Otis and Chad Gable. They have, as far as I feel like they have too many monsters. They got almost, and now they have almost, and Otis, and now they have Lee, which is this what it's like. Oh yeah, and Bobby Lashley, which is it's like that's another thing. They're just like it's just too much of. It's like it's like they have too much of everything. It's like they're just throwing out things out there just to get viewers. Yeah, it's like they're just throwing ideas out there just to see if they get more viewers. Damn, it's like anything is not that much creative anymore, and it's not just really put into thought. Because Vince really he changes shit at the last fucking minute, and that's laughable. But yeah, I guess that match was dead. It was obviously made to looking strong, the monsters. As he basically is you know a re-vision of I guess going into another character. And grizzly like as a grizzly like character, so which is why his name I guess is Beer Tat. So yeah, I mean if you saw me on Twitter, I think it's like I said I don't mean to be rude, but I thought it sounded like it's like it sounds like a high school football. It sounds like it sounds like a high school football team off like next to cheerleading. Like yeah, it's like pretty silly. I think it should have been like name it to right, or he should probably thought about naming it to right, or somewhere that fit. But yeah, whatever's best for him, I guess. If he really thought of that. But okay, so going into the other next match, and yeah, Sheamus obviously no wrongdoing here with once you get Sheamus. Like yeah, just like ever since Sheamus has been at this level, I guess since what last year, 2020, or yeah, it's just wow, it's just like yeah, he's been at the most top level, and Priest has been performing really, really well lately. Like yeah, he's pretty much a favorite to the to the universe now. So I mean, he's not a favorite to me, but yeah, as far as like to the universe, I guess yeah. But when you get Sheamus, you're always gonna have a smile on your face, and clap in admiration for Sheamus because yeah, he just really goes out there for you and just basks and perform as he can possibly be. So I've truly enjoyed that because I always love seeing Sheamus. Hopefully, yeah, if you've seen my tweet on Twitter, yeah, I hope he gets another run. He's pretty much just putting over, and I like that about Sheamus to know that too, because yeah, he doesn't seem like any of the other wrestlers that just I like his vlogs too. He doesn't seem like the other wrestlers. I mean, he's a very few that's probably like just hung up jackasses, but yeah, as far as like his Sheamus, yeah, he's not one of those. He's not one of those guys. So I admire that about him. But yep, just another banger from Sheamus and Priest. Yeah, it's just I guess a random tag team put out in there. If you're going into the next match, I guess it was Jinder and his goons. They won the match, but I guess it was I forgot who was it against. That's how forgettable it was, but I guess, but it was like I guess it was it didn't do anything for me, but I guess it was entertaining. It's okay, but yeah, that was a that match. Eh, It did what it did for like this audience, I guess. Universe that was there for whatever. I don't get it. Like, what's what's yeah, it's just yeah, it's just many the other things. Like, is that starting to become a thing now? Like, just random tag team matches. Yeah, Vince really just like I said, he just does like. Does he really know what's going on with his show anymore? Where is Hunter, man? Where is Triple H and Shawn? Gosh, like somewhat, or Shane, and Stephanie, like anybody that can, they just like anybody just to put efficiency and just fluency throughout the show, like because it's just shit just look like it's just happening to happen. Vince just straight up forgot, but yeah, Ginger and his goons won that match, and going into the next match. Basically, another build for Cross to basically look like he's what he's been looking when he was in NXT. I don't know why he has I call him Gladiator Cross now. That's what I call him now. Gladiator Cross. Basically, another squash match, and another feast to add to his checklist. It is whatever what it was. I guess it's high school. It's looking like he's not. They're not. It's looking like Vince is not burying Cross. So I guess that's kind of nice to look at. I guess, but we'll see because he's pretty much I guess trying to change, basically change or slightly, but yeah, he's basically changed his whole character because Scarlett's nowhere to be found, and yeah, not, I don't know. They'll probably I guess wherever they decide to throw her out there just because filler for filler, but yeah, she'll probably be packing her bags eventually. But yeah, because it's like, oh my gosh, that was everyone. Well, yeah, it was a squash match basically, whatever it was. But so going into now AJ Styles and Riddle. Hmm. Yep, another great match. But besides, yeah, just I think the best matches, the matches of throughout the show. That was other night. The matches of the night was Sheamus, Priest, AJ Styles, Riddle, and obviously Bobby Lashley versus Big E. But yeah, AJ Styles versus Riddle. Yeah, just AJ just and Riddle together. But yeah, AJ just showing why he's one of the top superstars in wrestling and WWE as a whole. Just he just keeps earning and just showing why he should be in the mid card. In the tag team. I wonder what they gonna end that tag team on or something. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't know about everybody else, but I can see it. Well, pretty much see. I like almost to go and like I can't wait for that to go solo, but well, he basically can't wrestle yet, so I don't know what if AJ decides to go on his own. I don't know what they would do almost because he could he could like I guess he perform a few clotheslines bumps, but as far as like actually strictly intensively performing as a legit big man like Taker, Big Show. Well, I know you don't probably like that name, so yeah, I'll just call him Paul White. Yeah, Taker, Big Kane, Paul White, Kevin Nash. Yeah, I don't really. You can't. I like them. You can't really. It's like almost he's like it's like almost he's like worse than Nash. But well, at least Nash can, well, I guess, at least put on an entertaining match. But almost doesn't really. Yeah, it looks like he needs directions, driving directions to the next location. But yeah, AJ Styles, Riddle, yeah, great match. Okay, so we're gonna go into Charlotte. Charlotte. I mean, I called her. I'll probably get shot down, but I mean, yeah, I call it. Basically, I mean, it's an open challenge. Guess they want to make Charlotte basically gloating, but but it was basically, I guess, a match to set up for Shayna to be basically, I guess, building her back to her usual her the bread and butter that made her what she is, that garnered the star power to her in the first place, that to turn her back into basically UFC Sheamus. I mean, gosh, basically UFC Shayna. And yeah, I enjoyed that too. Very much enjoyed. I don't know why it's showing, but I wish I could see. But very much enjoyed that. Very much enjoyed what she stepped, basically carved Eva's fingers into little sausages, little cheese sausages, just stopped on her face. Yup, I was waiting. I mean, I know, like, just don't like her because she basically, why is she on there besides Bray Wyatt? Oh my gosh, just literally do not understand. I guess for her filler too, they're kind of using her for filler too, basically. But wow, like how they really just planned that whole like it was gonna mean that big ass return, like it was like it was gonna actually mean a drop of attention, but it was like, I can't believe that they really fired Wyatt. They really let go Wyatt over like other than Eva. Like, she can't wrestle. But yeah, basically a match to set up another monstrous disturbing emasculation of Shayna's next victim. So into basically setting her up, she has to eat. She has to eat to become old Shayna. Alright, so going into the last match, basically I guess they were setting this up all along. Basically the main event. Like I said, that match was basically there to showcase, I can hear JD screaming from my screen upstairs. Oh my gosh, he must be really pissed. Yeah, he's on my TV screen. But yeah, shout out to JD. I wish I could have found him sooner. Just someone who actually has a legit, I'm just saying again, just somebody who has an actually legit, in the good wrestling community that knows what wrestling should look like. How new stars should elevate. Yeah. What not to do. But yeah. Oh, just wanted to get, because I don't want to make this any longer. But Bobby Lashley versus Big E. Yeah, it's a fucking classic. I thought I was just gonna do like the same thing, but yeah, fucking classic. Wow. Just another reason why it's just just another reason to appreciate of why Big E is where he at, is why he's on the mountain that he just climbed up to. But yeah, like I said in my what I said, believe. I don't think I actually. I didn't upload a critique on it. I'm getting my thoughts, my critique on it. I didn't upload my critique of Raw, I guess, on when he won the championship. But like I said, like a few others, man, and I feel like it was just like basically wrong didn't feel like it was the moment to pull to let happen. For Big E to become championship. Obviously he was ready, but it was like it's not yet. It wasn't the right moment for it to play out in. And but it was just like obviously just I guess what Vince was, that yeah, he had no choice. Just like when he had to bring Sasha back last night, no choice because you got to keep the views and up, and make sure that because they've been like I said, AEW's been smashing. They've been smashing them, and they destroyed them, and yeah, the West End. They destroyed, immaculated, smeared, and cut off NXT's with a hatchet. They buried basically, but on Wednesday nights. But yeah, so they but now they just panicking, doing whatever they can to make sure AEW doesn't get any momentum. But yeah, just a classic. Yeah, that was actually it turned out to be what I didn't expect it. But then again, it's Big E and Bobby Lashley's been fucking insane lately. So obviously he was just gonna brag it out and perform, perform like the shredded, basically the chocolate venom like he's been doing, just crashing and dominating. But yeah, I didn't particularly like this Raw, but basically it was the same. I mean, yeah, like I had moments with it, but like I guess I got my worth watching it, but it was the usual Raw. Didn't show us anything other than Big E's next, the next guy to basically put over Big E, or Big E's next chapter. The chapter is going into Big E now. That's him as a top star now. But yep, just the usual. Like just more. I know it's just like I mean I'll probably get to that point, but probably not at this. I just not ranting on, but just I'm just like just still disappointed with how as whole WWE 2 got to the point as where it is today, where it's just like where Vince is just his only motive is whatever dollar he can get crammed into his pocket. And that's a shame, actually finding, researching more about finding out, more especially about, the shady and disturbing practices what going on in WWE. Because obviously, I would have thought it would have been much cleaner, going back to the, when back in the 90s and 80s, like. But I thought that was to basically like how NBA players was they are like they be cheating on their wives and basically and basically having like yeah, if you heard watch The Last Dance where Jordan was MJ was talking about finding his team when he first got drafted in '85 to the Bulls, and he finding his team basically snorting cocaine. Yeah, I thought that was only in NBA and among other places, but yeah, wrestling is even worse. It's like the fucking industry, which basically it is, but the Illuminati industry. But yeah, didn't really show us anything going into the draft, and pretty much, I mean, it's going to be like a good SmackDown, or like I said, well, I don't know about to me, but looking like the same. For like SmackDown, like I said, when I was critiquing it like last week, it's looking like the same as Raw. It's almost like they getting slouchy and not giving a fuck about what's happening on SmackDown too, because the women's division is trash on both brands, just like the tag team division and just like everything else. So whether these storylines, characters, just compelling storylines, and what go as far as like characters and just the movesets, just everything basically is just about WWE. Just at a point where Vince is not caring. Well, he actually did in the first place, but I'll let y'all know more on that later. But yeah, that's my critique, and guess I'll see y'all this Friday or Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. For Dynamite. Finally, real wrestling. Yeah. Whenever y'all can get mad, if you get y'all offended, whatever it is, but if if the WWE is not at its, like they have been for the last 30 years, you know, we're not getting change and we're not getting anything different to what's been much more worse, down spiraling, you know, since the beginning of 2021. So yeah, if you get offended, you get upset, then nothing I can do that about that. Yeah.